As you know, we have a lot of ministries at Revolution Church that are thriving, but there's one that's really close to my heart, and it's our jail ministry, it's our prison ministry. And just a little history on that, I had a meeting with the sheriff. I simply just asked him, I said, would there be a possibility for us to stream our services into your correctional facility? And he actually was up for it. I got opened up the door. We got our church app on the devices, and the only thing I asked for, I said, we will pay for this device, for these apps to be on the devices. The only thing I asked for is it to be free to the inmates. Week one, the church is excited, the church is fired up. Now we are actually doing what Jesus said to do, and that's going into the prisons, and we're visiting those people via live stream. And from that point, guys, it's never been the same. From that point, all that's happened with our prison ministry is it has increased, it has flourished.
I've seen hundreds and hundreds of inmates get born again, have their lives massively transformed, go from being prisoners of the kingdom of darkness in there, getting born again, coming out, having their lives beautifully transformed, and then becoming certified to go back in there as emissaries of the kingdom of light, to share the word back with other men in prison.
We have a huge prayer group. We pray once a night. We do Bible study 3 times a week. What drove us to start that Bible study was RIO Church. We watched RIO Church on the tablet.
We're getting emails and texts and letters weekly from people saying, hey, you're ministering to me. Thank you for the hope. Thank you for what you're bringing into our jails.
Each and every one of those communications is read, and it's determined how we assign those out. Do we assign those out to a letter writer? Do we assign those out to somebody on the tablet to make communication? Or do we make arrangements for a live visit? That's where the real work begins. That's where the relationship's built. That's where the discipleship starts. And that's where the inmates feel the unconditional love of Christ.
When they talk to somebody that's been where they were and then can give them examples, can walk with them, that cares enough to take their phone calls, to take their messages, to say, hey, I'm praying for you. And the tablets have done that for our inmates, especially the women, to say, hey, I want to talk to somebody, when I get out, and stay connected.
Now we're in currently 34 correctional facilities. They're saying somewhere close to 10,000 inmates are watching the messages every single week.
When most inmates come in, it's a negative, downtrodden attitude, and the biggest boost to their morale is when they get to see their family on the tablets for visitation, when they get the messages on the tablets. There are those who have gotten to the point where they're ready to turn their life around. And the programs and the church ministry and the tablets and all the stuff that come on those tablets are a way for them to do that. When they see people that support them, that care about them and their future, they're a lot more likely to get the idea in their head that it's time to turn my life around.
I mean, God has blessed us, and He's opened doors of opportunity, and we've seen so many salvations. We have first-time visitors every weekend to our campuses. But God's challenged me with what's next. There's more opportunity. There's more than 34 correctional facilities in America. And so what's next? And I'm ready to go. I don't know about you, I don't know about the church, but I'm ready to go, and I'm saying let's go. But for us to go to the next level, it's going to depend on your generosity. It's going to depend on people giving. And I promise you this, if you give, we'll go. If God touches your heart, it's $500 now to go into another correctional facility. If you give $500, we'll go into the next facility, and we'll start it next weekend. Maybe God's challenging you today to be a sponsor. Well, allow Him to do it, because what we're seeing is absolutely extraordinary fruit coming from this ministry. So God bless you. Thank you so much for your generosity. You gave, and God did.